Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to learn about the population size and density of a population. Then what are the factors that influence the density of population, and what are the factors we study by knowing the size of the population. So what is meant by size of population? You see the size of population or population size. So appropriate word is population size. Right? So population size means it is the status of population. Status of population in an habitat. So population size is, what is the meaning of population size means? It is the status of a population in an habitat is called as population size. So what is the meaning of status means? It explains the size of population, explains whether it is an increasing population or whether it is a declining population or it is a stable population. Then what is the use of this population size? It is a useful parameter. The population size is a useful parameter to investigate the overcome of competition, okay, that means how the population is overcoming or how the population is surviving in the competition. Then investigate, it is another parameter to investigate the effect of predation, okay, and it is useful to investigate the effect of pesticide application. Pesticide application. Then it is used to evaluate, these are useful to evaluate the size of population. So these parameters, that means we see these competition, predation, pesticide application are useful to evaluate the size of population. Then if you see the size of population, the size of population can be less than 10 Siberian cranes or 1 million chlamydomonas in pond. Okay, the size of population can be less than 10 Siberian cranes, or the population size can be more than 1 million or 1 million chlamydomonas in a pond. So let us go for the next one, density of population. Right, next one is density of population. Okay, so what is the density of population? Density of population means nothing but it is the size of population. Okay, it is the size of population, or we can measure the density as it is the number of individuals in a given area or volume. It is the number of individuals present in a given area or volume in a given period of time. In a given period of time is called as density. Okay. Now let us see how do you measure the density. Okay. Density is measured by, or density is calculated by. So let us see, there are different methods to see the density. So let us see, the first one is here, I am writing the method. what type of method we are going to calculate the density. And here I am giving the example. So let us see the first one method and example. So if you see the first one, percent cover. For example, you take, there are 200 Parthenium plants and one large banyan tree. So if we go for the number, then definitely the number of Parthenium plants are more, right? If we see percent cover or biomass, so we can go for the biomass. This one also useful, right? So if you see the large banyan tree, the percent cover of large banyan tree is more when compared to the what we can say the Parthenium plants. So this is one of the methods, because we cannot neglect the banyan tree, because the banyan tree covers a vast area, right? The banyan tree is covering the vast area when compared to the Parthenium plants. Okay, so percent cover or biomass, right? The biomass of banyan tree in terms of percent cover, remember that, is more than 200 Parthenium plants, right? That is one method. Second, the density of bacteria can be measured by its volume present in a cup. That means the density of bacteria, that means if you take the bacteria in a cup, so the volume of that cup indicates the density of bacteria. Next one, relative density. Relative density. For example, you take the fishes in a pond. You want to know the density of fishes in the pond, or you want to know the number of fishes in the pond. So by drawing the density, by counting each and every fish in the pond, we call that one as absolute density, right? But sometimes it is not possible to know the density of fishes. Then how do they calculate the density of fishes? That means the density of fishes can be calculated by number of fish caught per trap. Number of fish caught per trap. That is called as relative density. So by knowing the relative density, we can know the absolute density of the fishes present in the pond. Suppose you take, this is the pond. So all these are fishes, okay, these are fishes. So number of fishes, there are many number of fishes. Then you are catching the fishes with a trap. Okay, so we are catching a fishes with a trap. So the number of fishes catch per trap, is called as relative density. By knowing the relative density, we can know the absolute density of the fishes present in the pond. Okay, we can know the different things now. Other methods. That means how do you calculate the density of remaining organisms? Let us see some of the methods. Other methods. Okay, other methods means if you see pug marks. Okay, pug marks and fecal pellets. So first one is pug mark, second one is fecal pellets. Explains the census of tiger. We can know the number of tigers present in that area. So these are the methods useful to calculate the density of the organism. So we can see the first one as percent cover or biomass. Okay, the percent cover of the banyan tree, a large banyan tree, is more when compared to the Parthenium plants. So the density of the banyan tree is more in terms of biomass when compared to the Parthenium plants. So that is one method. So this is very important question frequently asked. Second one, how do you calculate the volume of, how do you calculate the density of bacteria? The density of bacteria can be calculated by knowing its volume present in a cup, right? So next one, Relative density. How do you calculate the number of fishes present in a lake or in a pond? So the number of fishes or the density of fishes in a pond can be calculated by knowing its relative density. Then how do you calculate its relative density? Means the number of fishes catched or captured per trap indicates its relative density. The last one, other methods. Other methods means how do you calculate? It is not possible to go to a forest and count the number of tigers present in that area, right? So how do you calculate the number of tigers present in that area? By knowing its pug marks. Pug marks means its footprints, and also fecal pellets. By knowing its fecal pellets, by calculating the pug marks and fecal pellets, they come to the conclusion that how many tigers are present in that forest area, right? Now let us go for the remaining things. So next one is population growth. So if you see the population growth, the population is never static, right? The population will not remain stable all the time. The population keeps on changing, okay? The population is keeps on changing over a period of time. Okay, you understand that? So the population is never static. Remember that. So population is never static. It keeps on changing. Right? It keeps on changing over a period of time. Over a period of time. Then the growth of population depends upon four factors. Right? The factors that influence. What are the factors? The factors that influence the growth of population or size of population. So what are those factors means? The first one is natality. Second one is mortality. Third one is immigration. Fourth one is emigration. Okay. So the first one is natality, second one is mortality, third one is immigration, fourth one is emigration. These four factors are influencing the size of population. Or these four factors are affecting the growth of population. Let us see the first one. What is the meaning of natality? So natality means we all know it is the birth rate. Okay. Natality means in terms of human beings, it is the birth rate. So what is meant by natality? Natality means it is the number of birth per thousand per annum. So directly I am giving the human beings only. Natality means it is the number of births per thousand per annum in case of human beings. Otherwise you can define the natality as it is the number of births in a given time period in a given area. Okay, you can define like that also. It is the number of births in a given period in a given area. So the number of births in a given time period in a given area is called as natality. Then in terms of human beings, it is the number of births per thousand per annum. It is the number of births per thousand per annum. So that is called as natality. The second one is mortality. So how do you define mortality? So for example, you take the humans. In case of humans, it is the number of deaths per thousand per annum. Okay, number of deaths per thousand per annum is called as death rate in case of human beings. So this one is the birth rate in case of human beings. So you can designate the natality as the birth rate. So you can use the word B here and you can use the word D here. Okay, B means birth rate, D means death rate. Or you can define this one as it is the number of deaths in a given area, in a given period, in a given area. Okay, the number of deaths in a given period, in a given area is called as mortality. In case of human beings, it is called as death rate. It is the number of deaths per thousand per annum. Okay, the death rate is designated as D and the birth rate is designated as the B. Then let us go for the next one. What is meant by immigration and emigration? Right? So next one is immigration. Okay. So what is meant by immigration? It is the number of individuals of same species, or you can use the word the number of individuals of a population moving into a habitat from somewhere, from elsewhere in a given period. Right? For example, you take, I am giving you one example. Okay, this is the Canada. Okay. So people are moving into Canada from UK. People are moving into Canada from UK. Okay. People are moving into Canada from US. Okay. People are moving into Canada from USA, from India, okay, from Australia, okay, even from Pakistan. So this is one habitat, this is one habitat. So the population, the number of individuals are moving into this habitat from elsewhere. That means they are moving into the Canada from different parts. So this is called as immigration. So what is happening? The people are moving into the Canada from Australia, India, USA, UK and Pakistan. What is happening? The population size is increasing here. The density of population is increasing here. Okay, immigration increases the size of population. Immigration is increasing the size of population. Now let us go for the next definition. Emigration. Okay. Emigration. So emigration is designated as E. What is emigration? It is a number of individuals of a population moving away from a habitat to elsewhere in a given time period. Okay, that means the individuals are moving, the individuals of same species are moving from one habitat to different habitats. That in the immigration we discussed that people are moving into one habitat from different parts. But here in emigration, people are moving to different habitats from single place. Right? Let us see that one also. Immigration, I am taking. Okay. In immigration, I am taking India. Okay. From India, people are moving to different parts of the world. like this. So people are moving to UK, USA, Canada, Australia, Germany, UAE, okay, Iran, Iraq, like this. Okay. So if the population is moving from one habitat to different places, or if the population is moving from one habitat to different habitats or different places in a given time period, is called as emigration. So what happens in the emigration? In emigration, if you see, if the people are moving, if the species are moving from one population to different areas, the size of population decreases. Okay, just I am giving an example as in India. Generally, the size of population decreases in the case of immigration. Right? Let us see what is the effects of immigration, birth rate and death rate now. Now let us see how the population density, okay, affecting population density. Okay. The density of population is designated as M. Okay. Then here natality. Here mortality. Here immigration. Here immigration. So what are the factors that are influencing the size of population? We see here natality increases the size of population. So natality is called as birth rate. And immigration increases the size of population. It is designated as I. And mortality decreases the size of population. It is designated as D. And immigration also decreases the size of population. Okay. So immigration increases the size of population. Natality increases the size of population, or that means the density of population, whereas the immigration and the death rate decreases the size of population. If you see here, the birth rate plus immigration increases the size of population. Okay. Then the death rate plus immigration decreases the size of population. For example, you take one. For example, if you take the birth rate plus immigration is greater than death rate plus immigration, then size of population increases. Size of population increases. Then similarly, if the birth rate plus immigration is less than death rate plus immigration, size of population decreases. So all these are very important questions for the NEET. All these are very important questions for the NEET. Then factors that influence the size of population in normal conditions. Okay, I have to write. I'll run the board and we'll continue. Factors that influence the size of population during normal conditions. That is birth rate and death rate. Okay, the factors that influence the size of population during normal conditions are birth rate and death rate. Then the factors that influence the size of population during special conditions. During special conditions, that is immigration and emigration. Then, if an habitat is newly colonized, then immigration contributes more for increase in the size of population. Than natality. I hope you understood that. So the birth rate, the natality means the number of individuals born per thousand per annum, we told. So the birth rate is always a slow process. Okay, the birth rate immediately cannot increase the size of population in a new habitat which is colonized newly. That means in the new area, if the people are going, okay, 10 families are there in that area. From the 10 families, how many children are born per annum means only 10. If the 100 people are migrating to that area, then they are called as immigrants to that area. Then the size of population increases due to the immigration rather than the natality. Right? So these are the factors influence the size of population and is the density. So we'll see tomorrow the growth models of the population.